In the early days of the internet, many believed having all of the world's information at our fingertips would usher in a new golden age of intelligence. That hasn't exactly occurred, though many technologies that have followed have enabled us to improve the way we learn, though the benefits only go to those willing to engage with them. I think note-taking apps is one of those significant advances, but if you're not using them effectively, you're likely undermining your learning. So let's go through the four biggest problems with most note-taking systems and how to solve them. 1. Reviewing overly specialized or dated content. I use note-taking apps, and every day I'm prompted to review notes. One day it's notes from an article called The Best JavaScript Frameworks of 2019. Another day it's the assumptions of co-integrated vector autoregressive models. These notes have their time and place, but I could probably go without ever seeing them again. And I know in some apps you can downweight certain tags, but then you just keep seeing the same notes over and over again. The solution here is to fill your knowledge base with subjects that matter to you long term. Think about what's going to be relevant to you 5 or 10 years from now, and then supplement those with foundational subjects. Wikipedia is great for helping with this. You also want to consider topics recommended by people you respect. For instance, if various business leaders you listen to have studied economics, you might want to work that into your learning. Once you know the topics, go out and find great notes on them, which brings us to issue number 2. Spending too much time making notes and creating flashcards. Yes, there's some research saying that note-taking can help with retention, but their effect sizes are modest, and those studies tended to show greater benefits for handwritten notes, which most people don't do anymore. Also, if you take as many notes as I do, you might agree that hand cramping can actually become a thing. The solution here is to use high-quality pre-written notes. What I usually do is search for lecture notes, the subject I'm interested in, and then maybe a university such as MIT or Stanford. Depending on the note-taking app you use, you can also consider using AI to help format the lecture notes in a way that's easily importable. This will save you a ton of time and let you fully focus on learning. Now for flashcards, making these is not bad in theory, but why reinvent the wheel when numerous people have already done the work? You can find excellent pre-made sets on Quizlet or text and audio flashcards on PolyM. Problem number 3, reviewing bad notes. Again, one of my note-taking apps will prompt me to review notes such as, they recognize that a universal system to which all powers belonged, irrespective of their record, and which guaranteed all frontiers, irrespective of their merits, was nonsense. Who are they, and what is this referring to? Separately, why would I want to review my own, let's say, linear algebra notes when someone's already made a better, more thorough version? The solution is the same as before. Outsource your note creation to people that have already done it well. These lecture notes tend to be well written, more comprehensive, and at a prudent length, which is important because many of us take too many or too little notes. Lastly, active learning is arguably one of the most important components of learning and is an afterthought in most note-taking apps. You tend to be stuck with basic flashcards or close deletions, which you review over and over again. This leads to a major problem with active learning, which is memorizing the wording of a card rather than the concept. It doesn't have to be this way. We now have AI, so it's easy to generate multiple definitions and examples, so you're testing concepts and not just memorizing the phrasing. It's also important to mix up your active learning techniques. Use open-ended questions, interleave similar concepts, vary close deletions and flashcards. This will help keep things interesting so you don't accidentally start missing your review sessions. To recap, these are the key points we covered, but let's turn this into a little bit of a retrieval practice. What was the solution to number 1? What was the third issue? Nice work. Finally, we here at PolyM built an app to address exactly these issues because we were frustrated by them too. Yes, that's a little promotional, but honestly, we built it so those of us serious about learning stop wasting time on the parts that don't help us grow. But enough about that. Links to all the resources mentioned can be found in the description, so go start retaining knowledge.